It is December 25, 2025. A view of the freeway. We're gonna go on the 10 freeway. If you go west, 30 miles going west is Los Angeles. Right now this is a city called Pomona, and on the left is university that you can barely see. California Polytechnic University in Pomona. It's a university connected to the UCLA system. And beyond the university buildings there, which you can barely see, on the hill, on that mountain, the green hill, is a graveyard. So the graveyards here, they make them look like a park, like a golf course with nice green, well-trimmed grass. And in many, not all graveyards, but in many graveyards it's like that. And so if it's like that, where it's green grass, the headstones, the tombstones are flat at the grass level, so the lawnmower machine, the car, can just go right over it easily to trim the grass. We are now on the 10 freeway going east toward Ontario. The 10 freeway spans about 2,500 miles from the east coast to the west coast. It joins Los Angeles on the west end to going east. The next state is Arizona, and after that New Mexico, then through Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Florida. So I think it's near Tampa Bay, Florida. There's a famous football team from Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So the 10 freeway ends over there. This freeway has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right now 7 lanes on one way, and still jammed. A lot of this traffic is because of the holiday. We could say that almost everybody has a holiday tomorrow for Christmas. Maybe half the people, or a lot of the people, maybe not as high as half. A lot of people have a half of day off today, so some have all day off today, Christmas Eve. And that's one reason why at 1:30 in the afternoon there's a traffic jam. People are either commuting back from work to home, or they started a day early to go out of town to meet up with their families in other places, maybe meeting at mom's house for the big Christmas dinner. I just passed a truck on the left that's at Stater Brothers. That's one of the big grocery store chains here. DeVry University, there's the sign on the right. A small private university, not very famous for its standards, or name, but I heard it has pretty good education. Another sign at the top right there is Fairplex Drive. So there's a giant area. I don't know if it's like 3 miles by 1 mile wide. It's called Pomona Fairplex, and they have fairs over there. That like the Los Angeles County Fair is held there, which includes a lot of exhibits, but also they set up an amusement park, which is rides like roller coasters and those kinds of Ferris wheel rides. But also at the Pomona Fairplex, they have a race for race cars about once a year. So it's a pretty huge area in the middle of all this dense population. Speaking of that, the Los Angeles area has probably 50 or 60 cities compressed together. Most of the time you cannot tell where one city ends and the boundary of the next city starts. So, but if you look at the map, you will see different cities. Like the next one coming up, there's a restaurant up there called Coco Palm on the hill. Palm Trees, another restaurant. So palm trees are like a common symbol or presence in the Los Angeles area, because Los Angeles is kind of a desert. For example, it rarely rains over here. Sometimes a whole year passes by with no rain. One day my father was visiting me and he asked me, did the rains come in summer or winter in Los Angeles? And I was like, I never paid attention. I never thought about it. It's a very good question. And then he pointed out that generally in Los Angeles, the rains come in winter. So behind where you saw the restaurants, that's north, because I'm going east. So behind these hills are some mountains you can't see because of the clouds, because of the fog and rain. And when it rains in winter, in the past 10 or 15 years, now we can see snow on the mountains. It used to be not, that didn't happen. You couldn't see, you rarely saw snow in the mountains, maybe once every 10 years. But now it's almost every year. When it rains, and it rains in winter, usually, generally, so you can see snow in the local mountains. So for example, if you're in Los Angeles, downtown, if you look north, there are some mountains, let's say 30 miles away, 30 miles north of Los Angeles. And so from downtown you could see that some snow has fallen. It might not be 30 miles, might be 15, 20 miles. But that's what I mean by you could see it from the local population. You can see the snow in the local mountains, which is pretty nice. And one other thing we can notice here is, although it's been raining since yesterday, and it's been raining hard, the streets are not flooded. Here is the freeway, it's not flooded. And there is a flood warning. The National Weather Service of the government has issued warnings. They send texts on your phone to say there is a flash flood warning. um, and they said it is advised that in the next 3 or 4 days when it's raining to avoid driving as much as possible. So, but the point is that some people will avoid driving in this rain, but many people have to drive because of commute, work, going to meet family over the holidays. On the left here is a sign that says express lanes entrance. So the left 2 lanes become a toll road. So it says express lanes ahead, fast track or pay online. So there are very few places in Los Angeles where you have toll roads, and they are basically on the freeways. So if you want to go faster, the left 2 lanes, you have to pay. Now, right now, the charge is very low. It's like $185 to get to Haven Boulevard, $260 to get to Etiwanda. Haven might be 5 miles, Etiwanda might be 15 miles. So these rates, they change. Claremont Toyota is a dealership. So like I've mentioned in other videos, Los Angeles is a hotbed of cars. You need a car to get around here, generally speaking. So there's a lot of car dealerships. But back to the toll roads, the toll charge on the freeway, that charge changes. So if it's really busy, so let's say 8 o'clock in the morning, rush hour, people are going to work, and you want to get there on time, because being on time is extremely important in the US. They judge you completely on that. Your bosses, your employers judge you on that. They use it as a measuring stick. So anyway, back to the paying the toll. If it's a very busy time, like commute to work, commute back from work, the rush hours, that's the new Volkswagen van, which is electric. So during those peak rush hour times, the pay for the toll, it goes up. It might be $15 to go 10 miles. Just to give an example. It becomes very expensive. So if you have to go to work and you want to use that lane every day, it's going to add up. Let's say 50 miles, go to work, 50 miles, come back. And minimum wage in Los Angeles, I think, is around $15 or $17 per hour. But cost of living is extremely high. Another dealership, this is Nissan. They're advertising a lease for $139 a month. So it looks attractive, but when you get to the dealer, there's a lot of add-ons. So $139 might become $300. Then the car insurance, which is required, legally required for every driver to have car insurance. It will be about $300 per month. In Los Angeles, it's very expensive. So you're leasing a car, not buying it, for about a very small car, let's say $300 per month. On top of that, another $300 for car insurance. That's $600 right there. Gas, $200, $300 per month, depending on how far your job is. Often your job is far. My job is 30 miles away. round trip 2.5 hours commute every day. So anyway, so you have on the right a big tall wall. It has two purposes. One is safety, and second, noise reduction, because there are houses and apartments right next to the freeway. And all along the freeway, generally speaking, like on the left, at the places where there are no houses, then you won't see generally these walls, because if there are places of business, like this is a mall on the right, then they want you to see. So two things to notice: the billboard and the Ontario sign. The City of Ontario starts here. The billboard was car accidents, lawyers. So that was a happened to be Jacob Imran, say Imrani. But put that on hold for a second. This is Ontario Airport coming up. When we were near Pomona Fairplex, there's a Pomona Airport, very small. They have small, very small planes where people learn how to fly, take flying lessons. But this, now we are about 15 miles east of Pomona. At the Ontario Airport, you have big Boeing type passenger jets and cargo jets landing. This airport is a hub for cargo, like it's a hub for UPS, United Parcel Service. So, and it reduces some of the traffic from the Los Angeles airport. In Los Angeles, there are like 4 major airports: LAX, Los Angeles, very high traffic, and then this one is Ontario Airport, and another one is Burbank Airport, and the fourth one, the fourth one is they call it Orange County John Wayne Airport, given the name, having the name of the actor of Western movies, John Wayne. And there's a 5th airport, which is Long Beach. So all of these airports, they have flights to other cities, other states, because there is so much population in this area. Like I said, 40, 50 cities compressed together. I think the population is 30 million, 40 million, something like that. So the billboard of the lawyer in recent years, in the last 2 or 3 years, the giant billboards on the freeways, more than half of them, most of them, are advertisements of lawyers, law firms. Some of these are giant law firms. They will even say, we have 500 lawyers. And these ads are they're preying on PREY, prey. They're hunting down drivers who got into car accidents. And so a person who gets into a car accident uses these lawyers. So there's another ad on the left, same guy, but he's not the only one. So they spend literally every month, they're spending probably $1 million on these ads. So imagine how much money they're making by suing other drivers. So they will try to get millions of dollars out of one person. And the result is that everybody's. So the one of the results is that the insurance company has to pay these guys. So those insurance companies then are losing money, and they're losing millions of dollars. So they keep raising the insurance rates for everybody. So all these ads on the freeway about lawyers, car accident lawyers, all that is telling us is these guys are stealing from the public, because the public, everybody's insurance rates go up because the money is going to these lawyers, because they're suing so many people. Just this last year, literally last year, everybody in California, our insurance rates went up 30%. So on the right there, another car dealership. So they put the car dealerships and other businesses right on the freeway, because there's a lot of traffic, a lot of drivers driving on the freeway, so they get to see all these ads. So businesses want to place their shops on the freeway wherever there's a high traffic area, so they can take advantage of the advertising. So there was a sign there for Toyota Arena, which is, I believe they play soccer. Another sign, University of Redlands, which is about 15-20 miles further. Very expensive, very beautiful university. And Redlands is a city where one of the APS graduates, my friend Farid Khan, lives there. There's also this American Career College. Some of these small colleges, their quality of education is not very good. So with some of them, what happens is people get a degree, like a bachelor's degree, and that degree isn't worth much because that college is not recognized by the main educational entities. So this is Ontario. Ontario used to be a lot of dairy farms, a lot of cows, places for milk. Gradually, over the last 30 years, they sold those dairy farms, and they built houses, and also in the past 5 years or so, a lot of warehouses, like for Amazon and things like that. We're about to get to the end of this trip. I wanted you to get a sense of driving on the freeway. And so here we're on the street. It's been raining heavy. The drainage system has been well planned. There's no flooding. When you see flooding, you will see some flooding, but it's rare. So up ahead there's an overpass, and under that I see a place where there's, drainage, some squares on the right. People go to school and study city planning, and then city governments, the municipal governments, they have jobs called city planner. and city planning department. They have departments dedicated to planning. Somebody plan the roads, the trees on there, the traffic lights, the drainage. See, there's the drainage one of the drainages. So Costco is major, and this is their gas station too. Costco is a major like grocery store, but they also have other home goods, and many families either they shop at Costco or a Walmart company is called Sam's Club. So many people shop at one of those two big stores. They call it membership stores. And you buy annual membership for about $60, $60 per year. And then with that membership, you're able to go inside to shop at these two stores. They call them, you get warehouse prices. So it might not be as, wholesale prices. So it might not be exactly wholesale price, but it will be less than other retail stores. So if you buy groceries here, it's gonna be less than other retail grocery stores. And so when people come to shop here, they go to the gas station, which is cheaper than most gas stations. So you get a discount there too. And the cool thing about Costco also is they're very famous for their returns policy. So you can buy stuff, you didn't like it, you can return it. There's a problem with it, you can return it. This is the new van of Kia. It's called Carnival. Pretty nice. Kia and Hyundai are very popular because you get more features. You get more value. So for example, Carnival competes with Toyota Sienna van and Honda Odyssey van. This pickup truck is Chevy Silverado. So one point related to that is in Los Angeles, you will see a lot of these big trucks. That's part of the culture here. So when I was visiting Canada, I didn't see that. When I was visiting Australia, I didn't see that. So this is part of the culture of Los Angeles. Like another two big pickup trucks. These are not small pickup trucks. Dodge Ram, and for example, there's like the Dodge Ram is on the right. The one on the left is Chevy. I haven't seen that one before. But the Dodge Ram, there's a truck by Ford about that size called Raptor, more than $100,000. So these trucks are pretty expensive. And so we'll end there. We also have a lot of electric cars. So Tesla, for example. The government was subsidizing, federal government and California state government was subsidizing to encourage people to buy electric cars out for today.